over there. Everyone's looking at the card, and at that moment, I'm pivoting down like this, doing this, and doing this. And I teach it in how sleight of hand really works, and I say, hey, drop it back in the middle. And to the audience, it literally looks as though the card's going exactly back where it came from. And then, in a time-honored fashion, assuming you're over here, assuming you're here, I'd just be going through, and I don't even remember what the key card was here, because I'm so not thinking about that. And whenever I see it, oh, there it is. And it's really one of the literally pound for pound most powerful tricks you can do. And you can completely, like I say, get a whole 4-part workshop on it on my website just by filling in your name. But the reason I taught it this way is because I have this genuine belief and this genuine truth is that basically all these moves work like passes. And passes accomplish what every other move essentially in sleight of hand accomplishes. Double lifts, all of these moves are essentially, in a very sincere way, pass substitutes, which is a conversation we could have another time for another reason. But in this case, if you've practiced that, what you've practiced was doing it softly. You've practiced doing it without a lot of finger motion. You've practiced doing it without flexing your elbows or making a big noise. You've practiced doing it at the exact moment where your friend is looking at her card. You've practiced creating the picture before and after so it's exactly the same so that nothing happened. These are the things that make the pass work. And so when you're ready, after you're ready, you can say to a person, take out a card. I'm gonna expose this. Go ahead, take out a card. Look at it, make sure you know what it is.
Does everyone need to see it this time? Or?
Doesn't matter. Okay. Pull back, pull back. Pull back to me, my whole face. Here I am. Put it back in the middle. They're looking at exactly what they were looking at a moment before, but you did the pass while the exact moment happened when everything was set up for you, teed up for you by the structure of the trick. So work on eliminating the finger movement. Work on making it economical. Within reason, work on making it invisible. But rather than spend that last 10% of your energy trying to kill some corner that no one should be looking at, spend the time to structure it into a greater effect so that you can begin to really experience what happens when it all comes together. All right?
Yeah, I love that. What you're basically saying is that you're using it to set up a key card.
In this case.
In this case. But it's a good case because it's kind of like when you're learning the classic force and you do it when you don't need it. If you do it when you don't need it, this is a case where a pass seems like it isn't necessarily needed for a key card, but it's a great way to get a key card into a position. So it will make people more relaxed in learning the mechanics of it. That, I think, is fantastic.
Yeah, and you know, it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
So
got some more tricks?
Yeah, God, I hope so.
Awesome.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Here we go. And here we go. Say stop. Oop. What am I going to do here? Say stop. Stop. Take that card, look at it, show it to everyone, make sure they know what it is. Place it back. You know what it is?
Yeah.
You're totally going to remember it. I feel like I've been here before. Can everyone see here? Can we see here? Pop. One card pops out of the deck, just like that. Just like that. Your card, the 4 of diamonds. No? It's that indicator card again. It indicates you should have had shoot a gawa. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What was the name of your card?
Queen of Clubs.
The Queen of Puppy's Feet. So this is the one-handed popover. It appears in the paper engine from a long, long time ago. And it's a really important study in the importance of finger positions. One of the things you got to understand about finger positions is they really do count. If I had a dime for every time I had a young man come up to me or an older man come up to me at a magic thing and say to me, I can't do the popover. And I'm like, well, did you use the book or the video? He goes, I didn't read any instructions. I can't do the popover. Well, if you don't know where to put your fingers when you're doing the popover, it won't work. So to be really clear about it, you put your second finger here toward the very bottom corner. You put the first finger is going to be right above it. And then you tilt the whole thing to the right. You start with the pack in your left hand, and you move your pack, your first finger, to the bottom of the pack, and you press up with that card, with that finger against the card, as you place the deck into your right hand, and you push it over just a tick, like that, just a tick, right? And then you lift up with your first finger. I'm going to expose it now, and your second finger drops down, and the card has to pop straight out in between your pinky and your second finger. Like that. And so that's the one-handed popover exposed. Now what's nice is, because of that actual description, you can pop it out and it's not going to fall anywhere. It's right there, being held, so you can very cleanly fan the cards. Or you can do it up here, which is even easier and looks great. A lot of people can see it. Now what's interesting about the one-handed popover is it's going to take a lot of tension at first, which is great and has a wonderful thing if you're trying to do an application that's literally a production, like so. And let me take you through this handling that we did first, this indicator card handling. So all we're doing here is we'll just take a 4, and I'm just going to reverse it using a Brownie reversal. I'll get a break below it, and I'll cut some cards with my left hand. I'll flip them over on top. I'll cut another group, flip those over on top. That's got a 4 for me right on the bottom. Now in this case, I could use tilt, I could use the nowhere pass, and I control that card to the 4th position from the top of the deck. And this is another one where I love this here. Looks great. And look, it's so clean, it's really impossible that any cards could be under my control. It seems nice and fair. And of course, the bottom card is the one that's going to pop out. So it's a really nice effect even if it's the wrong card. And now we're going to use the Simon business card prophecy move by spreading these cards, and with the right hand turning over, taking the face down card, and bam, everyone's waiting to see what it is. Bam! And they're like, no, that's not it. And they totally missed the fact that you just did the pass. Which is kind of what I was getting at before when I said that every move that you do is pass. Because every move kind of is a pass. And now, everyone sort of feels like that card is exactly where it turned face up, but it isn't. These are the top cards. So now that's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's going to lead you right to the selection. Any questions about that? No. Okay, so once you get good at it, here's what's nice about it. Once you get good at these kinds of one-handed sleights, they begin to do other things for you. Say stop.
Stop.
Look at the card.
Okay.
Make sure you know what it is. I'm going to take that card. I'm going to stick it right here. And this is the world's first one-handed card trick. It's done with this hand over here. Ta-da! So that's called hello, goodbye, right? And this was the very first way I came up with the one-handed popover, was for this. And what's happening is, looking at the card, we're doing a little side glide, pulling the card out, and now we're in popover position. So now we're using the left hand to cover the move itself, like so, and that's the effect there. So what's really nice about that one-handed popover is once you get comfortable with it, you can have a card literally controlled to the bottom of the pack, right? And say you were standing here and I say, hey, what's your name?
Tyler.
Tyler, look, your card just appeared in the deck. They look up, they look down, bam, it's gone, it's here. Right? So it's a wonderful sleight to work with, and let yourself evolve into doing it as a sleight. Start using it as a production, let the tension be your friend. That tension's going to draw all the focus to it, and once you get more and more comfortable, the tension's going to start to diminish, and as the tension diminishes, you'll start to be able to do it as a secret action. Make sense? All right, that's the one-handed popover. Let me do a trick. And why not? Say stop.
Stop.
Take that card, look at it, show it to everyone, make sure they all know what it is. Super important.